Well, it's time to talk about Rangers again. So, the top three candidates are Derek McInnes, Kevin Muscat, and Steven Gerrard. So, I'm going to run the rule over all three of them. I'll be completely honest with you, I'm not sold on any of them, and I'll give reasons why, but I'll also talk about uh, probably more with Derek McInnes and Steven Gerrard, their credentials. Kevin Muscat, I don't know much about, and to be honest, I know that most Rangers supporters don't really know that much about. Like they're not watching, they've not been watching Yokohama Marinos, or Shanghai Port. I'm not going to lie and say that I have been. Apparently, his football is very similar to Ange Postecoglou, and he has had success. He has had success in Asia. Won the league with Yokohama Marinos, and then moved on to Shanghai Port, where he also was successful. Now, Kevin Muscat as a player was an absolute shithouse, so maybe that clouds my judgment on not wanting him as manager. The thing with Ange Postecoglou, yeah, obviously he came from Yokohama Marinos when he went to Celtic, but he'd also managed Australia at a World Cup before that and had a few other jobs, so I'm not sure that it's quite that simple. Out of the three, I probably would pick him out of the three. Derek McInnes, well, I mean, he's obviously had a very long and good managerial career. He did a very good job at St Johnstone, moved on to Bristol City, didn't work out too well there. Then went to Aberdeen, did very well there, although there were sections of the Aberdeen fans that actually wanted rid of him, and you look at the state they're in now. He would then move on to Kilmarnock, again, did a very good job, were very difficult to beat, especially on that plastic pitch. And then he was Hearts manager last season, but they didn't end up getting over the line. Now we can obviously go back and forth over why that didn't happen, but I think factually, the reason Hearts were in that position is because how bad Celtic were. I mean, I suppose with Rangers, I mean it's probably consistent with how we've been the last few seasons. So maybe can't really make the argument there, but to be fair, Celtic are normally a lot better than that. As I say, we can talk about referee decisions and stuff. Have already spoken about it. You know where I land on that. So for me, I think in Scotland he's done a very good job, and he's certainly paid his dues. He has been offered the Rangers manager's job before and said no. I actually think he'll say no again if it is offered. His Hearts are kind of building something there. They've got a good thing going with the Jamestown analytics, getting these players from the back arse of nowhere for cheap. I am not convinced that he is the man to bring Rangers back a league title. That's just my honest opinion. I mean, if he comes in, I hope he proves me wrong, and I'll be quite happy to do an apology video saying how he proved me wrong, but I don't see it. And the last option, out of the sort of like the candidates that are usually said, I mean, maybe get, like look a bit out the box or something. I mean, I suppose we did with Danny Rule, but I mean, the same people every single time. Steven Gerrard certainly had talks about the job when Ricky Martin left. Yes, I know, Russell Martin. I don't know if he did have talks in the summer. That I'm not sure about, but I know he certainly had talks when Martin left, and he decided he didn't want the job. Steven Gerrard's Rangers team were difficult to beat. There was good standards on and off the pitch, and that has been lacking. What Steven Gerrard's team didn't do well, they weren't the best in terms of flair. And if plan A wasn't working, there was no plan B. It was trying to do plan B better. Now, as much as a buffoon Michael Beale is, and he absolutely is, there's no doubt that he is actually a very good coach. He's just not a good manager because he's not got the kind of personable skills to actually have a good relationship with players. He alienates players and he pisses them off. But as a coach, I mean, you look at everything he's done. He's obviously very good. And Gerard, I don't know if I mean I know Gerard worked with him at Al Ettifaq, but I mean that I think that was even done just to kind of push Gerard out the door, really, just to unsettle him. Because I've always kind of had a bit of a feeling that they kind of had a bit of a parting in the ways when Beale left, and things kind of went a bit pear shaped at Villa after that. I mean, did okay the first season at Villa, and then fell out with Tyrone Mings, and then it just kind of like fell off a kind of cliff edge, and he had the money to spend. It didn't really go well. Didn't do well at Al Ettifaq either. does know the club. Same, obviously, as Derek McInnes. I forgot to mention, of course, Derek McInnes, former player, was part of the 9 in a row. So, I mean, again, he gets what it is to be at Rangers. I'm not sure if he's actually ever expressed any interest in managing Rangers over the last however many years. I mean, I'm sure when he was at likes of St Johnstone and Bristol City, it would have crossed his mind. But I think ever since he's been at Aberdeen stuff, I don't think it's ever been something that he's either was interested in or was attainable at the time. So I mean, Gerrard would be the safe choice. I mean, there's the whole argument of 1 trophy in 9, but I mean, there is a context to that. The first season we were never going to really do much because I mean, Rangers were on their knees when he came in. Second season, yeah, it should have been better. And then the third, the one thing that was well under Gerrard was we were good in Europe. That's where obviously this Thursday Night Rangers begun, and the Invincible season we should have been better in the cups as well. So yeah, interesting. I'd be interested to see if there's someone maybe we're not kind of thinking about kind of comes up. Who, apart from the three main candidates, who would you like to see in the Ibrox hot seat? I mean, I'm just kind of at the assumption that Danny Rose is basically gone. I mean, he could still be manager, but yeah, that's where we're at the moment. That's all the knowledge we